Hi everyone, welcome back or welcome to another episode of Life with MaryAnn and Joe and our continuation of our Christmas 2023 series. Alright, so today we have a really quick little video, and the three biggest questions I always get is how do you put lights on a tree, and how do you do a topper, and how do you put on ribbon? Well, I'm not going to show you how I put lights on a tree today, but I do have to put lights on this tree. This is an older tree. It is branch by branch by branch. I have to put it in there, and I have to put lights on. And I think I put about 1,600 lights on this tree, which you'll see a little bit later. Alright, but the gist of this video is about doing that topper. And everybody likes a little bit different, but I'll show you how I usually do mine. So let's go through this process quickly. Alright, so these are the elements that I'm going to be using for the topper. And just like on an outside basket where I use a thriller in the middle, a filler, and then a spiller, I kind of use that same kind of principle for the topper. So I think this is going to be my thriller because it's very upright, and this will be combined with this for my, this and this will be the filler, and I think that will be the spiller. But I can't tell until I put it up there, so we'll see. But definitely going to start with that one first. Alright, so my thriller is something that's usually taller and spiky. So you can see I had these 4 different picks right here. So I chose this one that had these little balls on the top and little squiggly things on them. And I put that right in the middle, and I stuck it right down into the tree, and it's leaning right into the tree between the lights. If it doesn't stay sturdy, you can always use fluoro wire. And then I used 3 additional picks around the outside of that with that curly Q kind of a look to it, but it still maintains that upright, spiky look that I usually like for the middle, which I call the thriller. The next level is something that's more bushy like. So I'm using a combination on this tree of gold, rose, black, and brown, but I had these rose colored bushy picks, so I chose to use them around the center. Now I had 8 of them, so I put 4 in first, and then I went in on between every other one, and I put another one in at a slightly lower level to give it a more fuller look. So here, right here, is the crux of your topper, this filler right here, which is going to give it the density and the look that you're trying to achieve. Next in is the spiller, and what that means is something that kind of cascades down. So I chose to use these eucalyptus leaves that have the rose in them and a little bit of icy look, and I bent them down. So I stuck them in at the base of the filler, that last level, and I pulled them down so they kind of come out and cascade down. So now you've built your topper using those 3 elements. Now, what I did was I came down off the ladder, and I have to assess, what do I need? Do I need something more? Do I need to delete something? And I decided that I did need something more in my filler level. It wasn't enough in there with just those bushy spikes. So I went into my stash, and I saw what I could pull out. Alright, so I had these glittery fern leaves, so I thought that would make a nice addition in there. It gives some texture and it gives some contrast, and that's what we're looking for. And I had these beautiful white poinsettia with lacy gold leaves, and I thought, yep, that's going to make my middle layer more full. So as you can see, it's kind of like trial and error, but it gets there. You just have to keep standing back. Okay, so there is the topper. So although this video is not really about putting ribbon in, I'm just going to add this on to show you that I needed to incorporate the ribbon right at the bottom of my topper so that it will complete the look and not look so that the topper doesn't look like it's just hanging out up there. So I used 2 types of ribbon, gold and a rose from Costco, and I placed them together. I looped them like that. I put a little bit of floral wire, and then I went up underneath that topper, and I started to fill out the bottom to ease the transition from the topper to the tree. Otherwise, it's going to look like you have this, thing sitting on top of your tree that doesn't go with the rest of it. So that's the trick, to incorporate the ribbon up into it and pull it down into the tree. And then I'm just cascading the ribbon down, which I'll show you, later on when I decorate the tree. So I'm basically wanted to just really drive home the idea of how to do the topper, because I do get a lot of questions about it, and I wanted to show you. All right, so there's the tree with the lights on. Like I said, there's like 14 or 1600 lights. I kind of lost count in there, but you see it's well covered. And so I have my topper on, I have my ribbon on, got my lights on, and all that I have left to do now is to decorate this tree. And like I said, I'm going to do it with some cherubs and some gold ornaments, rose, black, and brown, and picks. I'll see you soon.